The house on Ravenswood Lane was never meant to attract attention. It sat quietly beneath a line of old oak trees on the outskirts of Barrow Creek, Virginia, its windows dull, its paint fading, its front porch sagging under years of neglect. People passed by without looking twice, but those who knew its history never walked near it after sunset. They whispered about what had happened inside. They whispered about who had disappeared there. For nearly 50 years, every person who lived in that house vanished without a trace. The most recent was Megan Turner, a 32-year-old teacher who moved into the house in July of 2019. She wasn't scared of ghost stories. She didn't believe in curses or legends. She only wanted peace, quiet, and a good deal on rent. The house was cheap, unreasonably cheap, but she didn't question it. She packed her things and moved in, smiling at the little porch, the tall trees, the slow wind passing through the branches. On her first night, she told her sister over the phone that the house felt heavier after dark. Not dangerous, not haunted, just heavy, like someone else was inside with her, moving quietly in the rooms she wasn't in. 2 nights later, she vanished. Her last phone call was at 10:42 p.m. when she whispered that she heard knocking inside the walls. She sounded confused, not panicked, as if trying to understand what she was listening to. The call ended abruptly. When officers entered the house the next morning, lights were still on, dinner was still warm on the table, her shoes were near the door. Nothing was broken, nothing was stolen, nothing was disturbed, except the silence, thick and metallic, hanging in the hallway. Megan wasn't the first. The house's first owner, Robert Merrick, a widower, lived there for only 4 months. One night in 1972, his truck was found in the driveway with the keys still in the ignition. Robert was never seen again. In 1980, the Haskins, a newlywed couple, carried groceries into the house one October afternoon. The bags were found on the floor the next morning. Milk still cold, apples rolling across the linoleum. No sign of either of them. In 1994, retired veteran Mark Ho told neighbors he heard whispering at night. He disappeared during a snowstorm, leaving footprints that stopped halfway down the yard, as if he had simply dissolved into the air. In 2007, a family of 4 moved into the house. 6 weeks later, during a power outage, all 4 vanished. Their dog was found trembling in a closet, refusing to go near the basement door. Every decade, every resident, gone. After Megan's case went cold, the house sat empty until Evan Marsh, a 26-year-old freelance writer, leased it in 2020. Evan had heard the legends. He didn't believe them. He wanted to write a book about unexplained disappearances, and the house on Ravenswood Lane was the perfect setting. He set up 3 cameras, one in the living room, one in the hallway, one aiming down the basement stairs. The footage was recovered later. At 11:03 p.m., the hallway camera shows Evan walking toward the far end of the corridor, holding a notepad. His voice is calm, almost amused. It's the knocking again. Same spot, same rhythm. He places his hand on the wallpaper. A faint tapping echoes back. Knock, knock, knock. He freezes. The tapping comes again, harder this time, shaking the picture frames on the wall. Evan flinches and backs away, whispering to himself. He moves into the living room, pacing. The camera captures his hesitation as he glances at the front door, then toward the basement. He chooses the basement. The basement camera catches him opening the door slowly. The darkness seems to swallow the stairwell. Evan says in a trembling voice, "If someone's down here, I'm calling the police." He takes 2 steps down. The sound that answers him isn't knocking. It's breathing. Harsh, uneven, too close. He leans forward, trying to see. The breathing stops. Then the basement door slams shut behind him, shaking the entire frame. Evan throws himself at it, shouting, twisting the handle, but it refuses to move. At the bottom of the stairs, something shifts. A shadow, tall, elongated, its edges soft like smoke, stretches across the floor. Evan stumbles backward, nearly falling. He cries out, "What are you?" But the shadow only rises, swelling against the stairwell walls. The last thing the basement camera records is the shadow rushing upward and Evan screaming. The footage cuts to static. Evan Marsh was never found. The house was sealed again, wrapped in police tape that fluttered in the wind. Local officers refused to enter after dark. Neighbors claimed they heard voices coming from the empty home. Others said they saw lights flicker, though the power had been shut off. In early 2022, 3 teenagers broke into the house on a dare. One survived. The leaked footage reveals them laughing nervously as they walked through the dark hallway, the beams of their phone flashlights bouncing against peeling wallpaper. "My battery's dying," one boy murmurs. "It was full 15 minutes ago." "My phone too," the girl whispers. "Let's just—" Her voice is cut off as the flashlights flicker, and 5 seconds later go completely dark. The hallway plunges into blackness. Then comes the knocking. Slow. Precise. Moving from one wall to another. From the ceiling, then the floor beneath their feet. The girl screams. The boys run for the front door, only for it to slam shut as if by an unseen force. The camera drops. It rolls across the wooden floor, capturing the girl backing away, sobbing, whispering, "Stop! Please stop!" A tall shadow forms at the far end of the hallway. It moves without footsteps, without sound, without shape. The recording ends when the surviving boy smashes a window and escapes. The other 2 were never found. Today, the house on Ravenswood Lane stands empty. Its windows blackened, its door bolted. Grass grows tall around the porch. Animals refuse to enter. Even the wind seems to avoid touching the walls. Some nights locals swear they see a silhouette in the upstairs window. Tall, still, watching. And if anyone dares to walk close enough, they say you can hear it. Knock. 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 As if the house is still waiting for its next resident. If you have a theory about what's happening inside that house, leave it in the comments. And if you want more dark stories like this one, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.